Good morning and welcome to Monday's Assembly Child of the Week. Today we're going to be going bananas, but before we go there, let's just say our liturgy together. In the beginning, when God created all things, he said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Let your light shine. God is light, and in him there is no darkness. Let your light shine. Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. Let your light shine." And so we're going to be thinking a little bit about bananas. And if you can see on this slide here, there's lots of different types of bananas, and I wonder whether you've ever tasted any of those. There are many different types of fruit in the world. If you look at this market stall, maybe these are fruit that you have tasted: oranges, pears, apples, bananas, pineapple, grapes, cherries, one of my favourites at the moment. But there are some other fruit here that are more exotic. And as I look at those, I'm not sure whether I've tasted any of them. I wonder if you have. And I wonder if you can think how many different types of fruit there might be in the world. Actually, nobody can answer because I don't think anybody's ever found that one out. But you could always try and research it yourself and let your teacher know. I wonder what the favourite fruit is in the UK. Well, if you look at this slide, it gives you a clue. Bananas. But there isn't just one banana. This Cavendish banana is one that most of us like in the UK. But there's also lots of different other ones here: red, green bananas, orange bananas, little stumpy ones. This one's called the Manzano banana, and it tastes like apple. The red bananas apparently taste like raspberry. So lots of trying out that we could have. There are lots of facts about bananas. I wonder whether you know any of these. There are, well, what's this number? I wonder if anybody can guess what that number is and tell their teacher now. This number are eaten every year around the world. They're grown in over 150 countries, mainly tropical countries. I wonder if somebody could put their hand up and tell their teacher what tropical would mean. The word comes from the Arabic word banan, that means finger. And it's interesting that a stem of bananas is called a hand, lots of fingers. On average, each person in the UK eats 10 kilograms of bananas each year. Maybe somebody might have a guess as to how many bananas would make up 10 kilograms. And the last really interesting fact here is the inside of a banana skin can be used to polish shoes. Well, I certainly didn't know that. So, can anybody tell me what this number is here? It's 100 billion. That's a very big number. 100 billion bananas eaten around the world. And tropical's where it's very hot and humid. You need that sort of temperature, that sort of climate to grow bananas really well. And the 10 kilograms of bananas, well, that's about 100 bananas every year. Do you like bananas? I really do. But the bananas that are on my kitchen shelf at the moment, they look a little bit like this. And I'm wondering whether I need to throw them away. They look like they have got a bit too ripe, don't they? Gone all brown, and they're probably a bit squidgy inside. Made me think, I wonder when it's best to eat a banana. I found this interesting poster here. And it says when they're green, that's when they travel from places like the Ecuador or Peru, and they come to our warehouse. And then they begin to change colour when they arrive in the ripening room. At this sort of stage, they are shipped to our supermarkets. And then here at number 4, this is when they're about ready for display on the supermarket shelves. This one, number 5, is how most of us like to buy our bananas. I often go searching through to make sure mine aren't too brown or too green. And then this full yellow, number 6, that's when really we've got ready to eat, in my case anyway. And when it's going slightly brown, I'm not too sure. But apparently I shouldn't judge the banana when it goes like that, because that is the best, sweetest stage to eat a banana. It's ideal for eating, great for using in baking, like banana cake, or making smoothies. So maybe I shouldn't go and throw mine away. Maybe I shouldn't judge my banana just because it doesn't look too good. Well, things aren't always what they seem to be. I guess that's what I'm trying to say about my bananas. They're not necessarily gone bad. So let's have a little bit of a quiz. Maybe in your classes you can put your hands up for a yes or a no. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Hands up those who think it's a fruit. And now those who think it's a vegetable. I wonder which of those criteria, fruit or vegetable, I wonder which one wins. And this dandelion grows in my garden, in my in my grass when I have to mow the lawn. Is a dandelion a weed or a herb? So again, a quick show of hands. Hands up for a weed. And now hands up for a herb. And what about the poor old banana? Well, some people say it's a fruit. I guess most of us would say it was a fruit. Some people say it's a berry or even a herb. I wonder which one you think. I guess we'll all say fruit, but berry, who thinks it's a berry? And who thinks it's a herb? Well, it's very interesting that a banana is actually a herb. It grows not on a tree. I always thought it was a banana tree, but the stem isn't woody enough. And so it's actually called a herb. And then other people say that because of the little seeds in it, that it is actually a berry as well. So not just a fruit. I find that very confusing. But it's interesting, isn't it, that things aren't always what you think they are. And I guess that's what it means by don't judge a book by its cover. I love this picture. It's of a very important looking horse, beautifully ready, maybe for some dressage. Lovely, lovely. Its tail's been brushed. It's all been clipped and looks lovely. But look at this, bit of a ragtail of a horse, bit messy all over. But who came first? It's the little messy one. So don't judge just by outward appearances. And that's what God says. He says in the Bible, God doesn't see the same way that people see. People look at the outside of a person, but the Lord looks at the heart. That's in the Old Testament, in the book of Samuel. If you were going to have an assembly by Mrs. Epps or Mrs. Thomas, they would be going on and talking about this later on in the week. But because it's a special week, you're going to have some other assembly. I'm not going to give away on that one. But you might think a little bit about the story of David when God chooses David to be the king of Israel. And everybody looks at him and says, but he's just a shepherd boy. He's not up to much. He won't be able to do the job very well. But it was God who chose him, and God who knew that he would be the man for the job. He was a man after God's heart. So when we come to think about other people, our friends, other people in the class, let's be careful not to judge, not to look at them from the outside and make judgments and opinions about them. But let's see what sort of person they are. Let's look at their heart and how they behave. That's the sign of who somebody really is, not their outside cover. We're going to go on and have our Child of the Week in a second. But firstly, I just want to read a prayer. So maybe we could bow our heads and close our eyes. Just to remember that we make judgments about all sorts of things for all sorts of reasons. Sometimes we judge people, sometimes we judge activities and decide not to do something because we're a little bit worried about it or what it looks like, and then we don't have a go. Like the banana, if you make a wrong judgment, you might actually be throwing away something that is really very good for you. Dear God, we thank you for the experiences and the friends we already have. We also know that we will have new experiences and find new friends in the future. May our judgments mean we never miss out on good opportunities. Amen. And so now we come to our Child of the Week. And in year 1, congratulations to Evie in Miss Berman's class and to Reuben in Miss Marston's class. In year 2, well done, Johnny. That's in Miss Franklin's class. And in Mrs. Thomas and Mrs. Walker's class, Alfie. In year 3, Miss Jakes and Miss Poole are celebrating Leo. And Miss Croft says well done to Harvey. Child of the Week for Miss Lefebvre is Leon, and for Mr. Wright, Daisy. Moving on to year 5, Miss O'Donoghue wants to say congratulations to Harriet, and in year 5 for Mr. Boyer to Myla. And then finally in year 6, we've got Ben, who is Child of the Week for Mrs. Epps and for Miss Greenhill, and Noah for Mr. Niall. Well done to all of those people who are Child of the Week this week. Congratulations from me and well done. Really appreciate the way that you are letting your light shine and being such brilliant role models. So remember my story today. Don't judge people by their outward appearance. Don't judge like I judge my bananas. Have a great day and a great week.